What it do, y'all, man? It's your boy Unlimited B, and we are back today with another video, and we are here with Lemonade by Forrest Frank. It looks like he's with somebody called The Figs. I don't really know what that is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but we here with Lemonade, you know what I'm saying? Here to make some lemonade out of some lemons, you feel me? I'm fresh out of church, you know what I'm saying? What a wonderful day it is. You know what I'm saying? Psalms 18:24 says, "This is the day which the Lord has made. I'll rejoice and be glad in it." And I'm saying, so today, let's come here with a reaction and let us be glad. If you are new to this channel, I'm about to throw up the rules for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because we're about to get right into this reaction. So now that we know what we into, know what we doing, let's go ahead and get into Lemonade by Forrest Frank and The Figs.
Hey,
what is The Figs, by the way?
The love of God has got me clean, no old spies. That desert I was in was deep, so dry. But now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. Lemonade, my Jesus.
I'm sorry, can we just talk about, I think I've said this before and I'll say this again. What makes Forrest Frank so interesting is his ability to be, like, these sounds are so modern, you know what I'm saying? Everything he's saying is so modern sounding, is so, like, our generation, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they would hear Forrest Frank and think he's a wizard. They'd be like, what the heck are you listening to? But, like, this sounds like modern day radio music, but it's glorifying to Christ. And what I have to say is, what I love about that is the fact that he is going to get the attention of the secular world so much because they're going to hear the sound and be like, oh my gosh, is this us? But the content is completely different. And see, what I love is that he hasn't sacrificed the content for the sound. And I love that. Let's get back. I'm loving that. Lemonade.
Making lemonade.
Lemonade. Yeah, you can't tell me that. He's stretching that name.
Lemonade. I wash my worries wash away. Lemonade. It's gonna be okay. I gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade.
And this is what I'm really saying. This song is called Lemonade. Prior to 2020, let's say 2015, back in like the early 2000s, can you name any Christian music contemporary to gospel that would ever have the title Lemonade? We used to have titles like Take Your Burdens to the Lord. We have CeCe Winans' Alabaster Box. We have things like that. Bruh, the new Christian artists are making songs called Lemonade. Like, I think this really shows, like, our generation loves analogies a lot. And I think this is a great, like, dynamic. We're seeing in our music now how we're using these dynamics to worship, you know, God still, and I love that.
With that living water,
I'm yapping, my bad.
Holy Father never thought he really got us. I guess he just forgot that God works everything for better. No matter what the weather, he knits it all together. Cozier than a sweater. I'm lighter than a feather.
Y'all. Ah, my gosh. Oh, did he make this when he had to make this before his back was hurt, right? Because this is, oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
Just thinking about the things you've done. You mix the sorrow with the sweet, and that's the perfect remedy. The love of God has got me clean, no old spies. That desert I was in was deep, so dry. But now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. Lemonade.
You know a lot about that too. He said life gave me some lemons. You know what I'm saying? Life has given us a lot of things, but you realize, like, he said life gave me lemons. He didn't say I made lemonade. He said my Jesus be making lemonade. Let's give a shout out that Forrest, even in the point of saying what life has given him, what it's attacked him with, what it's given him, whether it be a blessing, he said in the end of things, it's God who makes all the world go round. I love that aspect.
My Jesus making lemonade, lemonade. I wash my worries wash away. Lemonade, it's gonna be okay. I gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making.
When I listen to any of Forrest Frank music, it's just like this is the perfect car music. It really does just feel like you're listening to the radio. Oh yeah, that's your guitar.
Sugar cane on a summer day. Ain't my Jesus better than the words I could ever say? Promise that the great, the good, the bad would come along. Cause if life is always easy, probably doing something wrong.
That's facts. If life is always easy, you're probably doing something wrong. I think about this all the time. One of the verses that I think Americans like to dodge, and this is even me as a young man, is the verse that, as Christians, we will face persecution. If you're not ever facing persecution, if everybody loves you, if everybody agrees with you, everybody can stand you. I'm not saying if everybody respects you. If everybody can stand you, everybody loves you, we might have a problem.
Comforts in the
it means we ain't offending nobody.
He's giving in the loss. He stole the shame I carried and wore it on the cross. Providing me a future and manna for today.
Oh, y'all you hear the voice in the, hold on, we're gonna take that back a second. I think I might have took that too far back, but y'all heard that real quick. He had all the vocals came out in the background like, oh, and he's still, I love when they do that.
He probably doing something wrong.
Here.
He comforts in the sorrow he's giving.
Listen, right here, it's like a really subtle voice in the background. It's gonna keep rising.
In the loss, he stole the shame I carried and wore it on the cross. Providing me a future and manna for today. Life tried to give me lemons, but my Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade, my Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade, I wash my worries wash up.
I love that that line. I watch my worries wash away. I love that because I think about, we always talk about wash it down. Like when you grow up, I feel like TV shows always used to make lemonade be like the drink that was like, oh, it's a hot summer day. You know what I'm saying? What I need is some lemonade. Also, fantastic time dropping this. Summer is just about over. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely hit the deadline. You know what I'm saying? For a song like this. But you know what I'm saying? It's talking about, I watch my worries wash away. You always wash things down with a nice cold thing of lemonade when you get back inside from, you know what I'm saying? Which when I really think about it, y'all, I don't think I ever grew up like that. When I got inside, I was probably drinking some water or something. I never think I was like, dang, I'm thirsty. Let me get some lemonade. You know what I'm saying? But like the TV shows really made you think that's how it's supposed to be. It's almost like donuts and like Cops. Even though Cops, I know y'all be munching them donuts. Don't be capping. We know y'all are. Y'all be dipping them donuts in coffee. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? If TV show says you do it, you do it. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. He's always making lemonade.
Lemonade! Forrest, Frank, and the Figs. First off, never heard the Figs before today. When you came in there, the Figs, I gotta ask you, is the Figs a group, y'all think? Let's go look real quick. Let's do some research. The Figs appears to be two individuals. Oh goodness, already off bat, Lemonade sitting at the top of their thing right now. 800,000 people to listen to it on Spotify. That is something. But listening to Lemonade with Forrest, Frank, and the Figs, I got nothing to say but what a good job. Genuinely, obviously, we do ratings on this channel all the time. It is honestly, this is one of those songs I think is difficult to rate because I don't think I've ever actually, I don't have any sound. I haven't listened to a song like this in a while. And so this sound is really different. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed every single aspect of the song. I think that Forrest Frank is doing a fantastic job. Like, Forrest is really showing us that even as the times change, as we get modern, we can still glorify God. Even with the shift in the culture, even in the shift of, the change of, the dynamics of how the music we listen to or the electronics we use, in the midst of modernizing, in the midst of advancement of humans, things change. Our dialect changed. The English language is not the same now as it was in the 1800s. Southern accents now are not as deep. We don't speak as Southern as, we used to back in the day. But I think it's interesting to see that even in the midst of all the changes of humanity, the glory of God remains the same. And I think Forrest is a great sign of that, with his difference of sound in a time like today, he lets the content remain the same. And I think it's a really big sign to us Christians that in the midst of whatever lemons were getting thrown, you know what I'm saying? Just taking it back to the song, whatever lemons were getting thrown, dealt, the best things, the worst things, the sour and the sweet. You know, our God, our Jesus still makes lemonade, and he's worth praising. You know what I'm saying? So first off, I love that content. I think it's good. I think it's deep. The Figs came on with a very different vote. Their sound, their voice is very different. It doesn't match Forrest at all. But they came in, and I love the little difference they added in there. I like their vocals in the background with the type of music I like. That's the stuff I really like to hear. So that really boosted the song for me, honestly. And I ultimately think this was a great song. Really a random drop too. He just dropped Child of God 2 a couple months ago, the beginning of summer. So I'm glad to see he's back dropping music. 2 new singles in the last week and a half. So that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get into the ratings, man. I'm over here glazing. But with all that being said, the glaze being done, it's time to get into the real ratings. You know what I'm saying? Going into category 1, biblical accuracy, I have to go ahead and give it a 2.5 out of 5. I know we just glazed, know we went OD, but y'all know how I am on the biblical accuracy aspect. With the song being Lemonade, kind of focusing around an analogy, it's going to get away from biblical accuracy a little bit. It agrees with the word of God 100%, but again, there was not much use, if really any, of any biblical principles or points. Let me reiterate that principles part. I think that there actually are some very big biblical principles that are valued here, but I think in paraphrasing, if we were to say, oh, that's a paraphrasation of this verse, you know what I'm saying, it's not exactly relatively speaking towards a specific verse. But I don't think that takes away from the fact that I think he does an excellent job at making a song that is encouraging in aspects of Christ that we are supposed to have, especially in the aspects of not letting our circumstances dictate our worship, our relationship, or our peace and joy in Christ. Because we realize that life is greater than whatever life can give us, because we are more worried and concerned with what God has given, and that is the lemonade of it all. And so with that, that's why I think worship actually came out to be really good, which I gave a 3.5. I think that it's a song that's honoring to God. I don't think it speaks, it's not a song exactly speaking all about the Lord. A big part of it is about our lives and his impact on it, which is beautiful, a big point. But I think that it can kind of lack the focus on just focusing on let's just sing the glory of God. Let's just sit here and rest on him. You know what I'm saying? It missed that a little bit, but I don't think that's the purpose of this song exactly. And I think the overall, even with that, he did a really good job at making a song that speaks to the character of Christ. That in the midst of life, God is still making lemonade out of our situations. We're in the situation, but God's the one that's going to bring it all together. And I love that. So with that, category 2, worship, gets a 3.5. But to end it all out, you know what I'm saying? The category that everybody cares about, playlist worthy. Is it a song that, you can bump in the whip? I'm letting you know right now, it's a 4.4 out of 5. That is a song that I would let blow my speakers out. That is an absolute wonderful piece. I love the producing. Forrest Frank's production on all his songs is excellent. That guitar that came in there for a little bit, I really liked. The sound is all encompassing, a great sound. And you bring it together with some great godly content. I think that Lemonade is a great song. I think the Figs came in and did a really good job. I love their vocals. Did a really good job. Ultimately, it's an all-around great song, and it definitely has a sound that I really like. And let me go ahead. I definitely will be listening to this on one of my playlists, one way or another. But y'all, that brings us here to the end of the reaction to Lemonade by Forrest Frank and the Figs. And after giving out all the ratings, Lemonade comes out to be a 3.5 out of 5. So let's get a round of applause on Forrest Frank for keeping it up, you know what I'm saying? After dropping Child of God 2, after just listening to God's Got My Back, you know what I'm saying? We see that Forrest still got it, Forrest, you know what I'm saying? Even with the hurt back, brother, you out here dropping hits. Because God's got your back, and he got you cooking up, making some lemonade. You know what I'm saying? But I'm liking it. I really do like it. I'm excited to see what other pieces we're going to have coming from Forrest in the future. And I think songs like this are going to really... I like to see the impact this song has on the world in the next couple of months, because I think a lot of people who have not paid attention to Christians and Christianity and Christ himself, it's about time you wake up. And I think Forrest is going to be a really big part of that. He may not be in the pulpit, but I let you know that everybody has a ministry somewhere, and Forrest, this is yours, and you were doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, if y'all enjoyed this video, man, please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you please let me know what songs you may want to hear next. You know what I'm saying? Continue on reacting and reviewing these amazing Christian artists and looking to promote and produce, more... to bring more eyes to Christ, to bring more eyes to his people who are glorifying him, so that we can get rid of the secular, get rid of the satanic, and just bring forth what worships the Lord. All right, y'all, we out. No limit. Ah! My God is loaded. I get that day